Morning, afternoon. Watched training yesterday. There was no Timber or White. How were both today? Will they make the weekend or not?
Yeah, we had to modify training for a lot of players. We've done the same today because of the load that they had. So it's a decision to make this afternoon whether to involve them, yes or no.
Are they close to being involved?
Yeah, they are close. Yeah, and Tomiyasu as well is quite close to be involved. So good news.
In terms of maybe your longer term, Zinchenko and Odegaard, where are they at? Because I know things change quite quickly, don't they?
Alex probably after the international break, if everything goes well, is progressing really well. And Martin, very difficult because I expected still with the boot and a lot of things, and he's working so hard and he's feeling good and he's pushing it. So difficult to give a timeline.
Last week before the Leicester game, you told us that you'd written you've got the players to write lots of words ahead of the Leicester game to make sure they were focused and there were no slip-ups. I wonder how much you've had to reinforce that, because it's another game after another big week where you simply can't afford to drop any points, can you?
Yeah, we know the significance of the match, the difficulty of the match. Obviously, last week it was proven the tough schedule that we have, and that any opponent can cause you problems, and even when you think that the game is under control, the game can get out of your hands immediately. So it was a good thing probably to happen the way it ended up, and we know the quality of Southampton, in my opinion, a team that is extremely well coached, that they have a very clear philosophy. They've been very unlucky, not to have many more points, because there were moments in the game that they were far better than the opponent. And in some moments they got the results away from them, and it will be very tough.
And in terms of their manager, he's clearly got a very strong vision and he doesn't want to come away from that vision. When you arrived, you knew what you wanted your team to look like, and you stuck by it through really tough times, and I guess it's paid off for you, and sometimes it will pay off in the end. It's a hard balancing act, isn't it?
Yeah, but I love that kind of behavior. At the end, you have to do what you feel, and he's proven that his philosophy is extremely successful. What he did with Swansea, what he did with Southampton. I think last year there were 25 games unbeaten. It was a joy to play that towards that team play. The same with Swansea, and that's it. And for what I've seen, they deserve much more than what they have already. But this is the Premier League, and the small details are so important to get results.
Just finally, Aaron Ramsdale is back. I wondered if you'd spoken to him at all since his move?
Yeah, obviously I called him straight away after I got the news at the end, and he was really happy. He's a player that we loved a lot, that very charismatic, that he really put his fingerprints here at the club in the way that he was, and yeah, it will be very good to see him.
Vi from the Premier League.
Mikel, good afternoon. I wanted to ask about the unbeaten run this season in all competitions, and of course in the Premier, because you are just one of two teams alongside City who remain unbeaten. I know you had some really good words to say about your side after the win over PSG as well. How important is that unbeaten run in terms of the momentum and confidence of this side? And do you feel that the team are becoming this sort of fearless side who can take on any team and take on any challenge?
Well, that's what we are trying to do. Obviously, we had a really difficult fixture list after the international break. On top of that, a lot of unpredictable things happened in terms of injuries and players not being available. But we adapted. We look forward. I think we competed really well in all games. For sure, there are aspects that we have to still improve, but we are showing a lot of consistency, a lot of adaptability in the way that we can play and win games, and I think these are all very positive signs, but it's very early in the season still.
You also, after the PSG game, praised Kai Havertz for obvious reasons. I mean, tomorrow, if he plays, which we assume he will, he'll make his 200th appearance in English football. He's obviously scored 6 goals, I think, in his last 6 home games. So why do you think we're seeing that consistency from him and that sort of understanding of his role on the pitch?
First of all, because he's so good, because he wants it so much, and because he's surrounded by great players around him. And the fact that obviously he's gone through some difficult moments, I think he's just made him a better player and a better person, I think.